Welcome to another edition of The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. It's everything about the outdoors. Take it away, guys.
Good morning. Welcome to the Feel Good Friday edition of The Good Outdoors. How you doing, Steve?
Doing good, feeling good. Feeling good on a Friday here.
Yeah, Ronnie's still out sick today. He's not feeling real well. So we're going to wish him to get to feeling better.
Yeah, it's not good to be out down feeling bad on Feel Good Friday. That's not what it's designed to be.
No.
Friday's the best day of the week for everybody. Normally, people are getting off work, headed into the weekend. Spirits are up. Everything's good. A lot of people have payday today. There's a lot to look forward to on a Friday, and feeling bad ain't one of them.
And it's Good Friday.
And it's Good Friday. That's right. Easter Sunday. Celebrating, doing a lot of Easter egg hunting, a lot of sunrise services at church, celebrating the fact that Jesus died to save us from our sins, crucified on the cross. So don't forget the meaning of the season there as you go into the weekend, and keep that in your mind. And as always, as you always should. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of people turkey hunting this weekend.
Oh yeah,
wrapping up Country Goes hunting over there. I didn't get a good report yesterday as they were headed towards the culmination of the event with the concert there at Cowboys. So hopefully today we'll find out, if any more turkeys hit the deck over there. I'm sure they did.
I saw some on my Facebook page where Rhett, was it
Rhett, Sam, and Phillip, they killed a triple.
That's right.
Yeah, that was yesterday. I forgot about that. And then there was a couple more killed. I can't remember who, but I did see a few posts there. But information was weak in the afternoon, to say the least.
It's looking up, though, in the turkey woods around here for me. Ryan Hughes, he went yesterday morning. They had some birds gobbling. Didn't really do anything, to report about, but did have some birds gobbling. So I'm going to go out there and listen to them this morning for a little while. See if I can hear something.
Yeah, I was planning on going, but that got nixed. I got all my stuff packed, ready. Everything's in my truck, camera, bow, turkey vest, boots, everything ready to go, except me.
Hey, Aaron Griggs just chimed in. Aaron, and don't forget, Aaron, I've got the pictures. We're finally getting them up and ready. We had some trouble getting them off the camera, but we got them ready. So I'll see if I can get with you first of next week from the cookout that we had and do that. But he said a guy from where he worked looked up some Dunn laws in our home state. You're not in Arkansas. So we're going to cover some of them in just a little bit, too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We talked about that a little yesterday, about the crazy laws that are on the books that probably don't make no sense. The lady called from and said it's illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket in Nashville, Georgia. So that kind of got it started, and we got to thinking. And it's pretty funny stuff. Like Daryl Sample said, all you do is Google it, and then it pops up all kind of things.
Hey, there's a enormous New Zealand brown trout caught, and it's possibly a world record.
Wow, where was that at?
In New Zealand. It says they said it looked to me like a submarine. The angler says. Now I was looking at a picture of this sucker, and he is enormous. He looks like he's got a basketball in him. Said the brown trout he caught recently in New Zealand looked like a submarine because it was so long and abnormally fat. The behemoth caught in a canal near a salmon farm weighed 42 pounds and 1 ounce.
42 pounds? Brown trout?
Brown trout. And it's the heaviest brown trout ever caught in New Zealand. Could land the guy in the book of world records. Oh, man. And they got the way it can be. You can watch the weigh-in on a video there. But this thing is huge.
I've never heard of a brown trout getting that big. It's got to be some sort of different. There's got to be a difference between it and the brown trout that they catch here in the United States.
Well, the brown trout, it says here, the International Game and Fish Association, which keeps world records, lists 41 pounds 8 ounces as the all-tackle world record. And it was caught in Lake Michigan. Well, New Zealand, that's right on up from Lake Michigan up there, ain't it?
I have no idea. I'm geographically challenged, brother. I thought New Zealand was a long way from here. But
this brown trout is over 36 inches long and over 10.5 inches wide.
Dang, I just didn't realize that.
I said it got so plump and heavy by feeding on pellets that drifted downstream from the salmon farm. Wow, he's huge, man. That's big. How'd you like to reel something like that in?
I'll tell you what, I would love it.
Look at the picture of him. He's like humpbacked. I mean, he's unreal.
Well, I guess I didn't have my species correct, but a brown trout is actually, it looks a lot like a salmon, maybe?
It does. Looks a lot like one.
Okay, so I can see it getting that big now. I didn't realize that that's what it was. I was thinking, along the lines of a rainbow trout or a brook trout. So that makes a little more sense. But 40 something pounds. That's a hog.
It is. It's a hog, man. And another mystery. Finally, we've got one of these desert mysteries solved where they're thinking about aliens all the time. They got fairy circles that pop up in the desert all the time. That's in like Africa, African deserts.
Yeah.
They call them fairy circles because they don't know. So now the artists behind these bizarre, barren, grassless rings dotting the desert of southwest Africa have been found lurking right at scientists' feet. They're caused by termites.
Termites
in the desert. And
who'd have thunk it?
It's funny to look. I mean, they got a picture up here. There's circles everywhere, and it don't look like no alien crap, but it's not crop circles on the pond. We talked about earlier this week.
Crop circles on the pond made by termites.
Yeah, it is crazy,
weird.
man. Lots of things in the outdoors, man. All you got to do is get on here and look at stuff, man. There's all kind of stuff all over the internet all the time.
You can keep yourself occupied for hours with just outdoor activities on the internet, but surfing the internet about outdoor activities ain't the same as getting out there and do it. So y'all get your lazy tails up, get a kid out there, get a wounded warrior, disabled guy. That reminds me, C3 hadn't called in this week. I know he was having some more. C4. Is that what it is? C4.
Yeah, he called in earlier this week, and I would like to hear from C4 again. And if you're out there, C4, give me a call, buddy. 229-253-0995. We want to talk to him.
Yeah, C3, he's a little younger than C4. Had my C's messed up there. I apologize. But, I was thinking about you nonetheless. So. Big upset in basketball last night. Syracuse toppled the number 1 seed, Indiana. So all you guys that had Indiana winning it all, that ain't happening.
Nope.
Also, Miami, number 3 seed, got upset by Marquette, as I like to call them, Marquette.
And I saw, Michelle obviously made me watch it last night. Ohio State won.
Barely.
Yeah. We'll see. Watched a little bit of that game.
Buzzer beating 3-point
twice.
Shot there.
That's twice for Ohio State, guys. So you gotta watch out. They had to beat them at the buzzer. Got a good game on tonight, though. You got Florida versus whoever that daggum team is.
Well, it's 2 Florida teams.
Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah. And so tonight I'll be rooting for Florida, but it ain't the Gators.
That's right.
So that comes on at 10 o'clock tonight. It'll be I think it's 10 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a little late.
Yeah, it is. I believe it is 10 o'clock. I had a buddy of mine that's a huge Florida fan at work. He was talking about it. He said, "Man, we're going to play somebody tonight. We're going to see what we made of."
They're playing a 15 seed. Let's don't forget that. And if you can't beat a 15 seed, you don't need to be there. But Florida Gulf Coast, they're having a great season. I sure would like it to keep going. Other than that, I don't care. Louisville's still in it. They play tonight. They're a number 1 seed. Kansas, number 1 seed. Duke, a 2 seed, playing a 3 seed MSU. So Michigan State University, that'll be a good game right there. And that comes on at 9:45. So racing news, Joe Gibbs Racing has tagged Mark Martin to replace Denny Hamlin.
Did they finally do that? They got it straight yesterday?
They did.
I knew they didn't have it earlier yesterday. Didn't have it quite straightened out. Mark had some issues. He didn't want to run Talladega.
Yeah.
But I guess he decided he would.
I don't know, but they did pick him, according to ESPN. So
good deal.
You never know. He may be the only ones he can pick that, but not just run that race. Someone else may do it.
No telling. Well, I guess he scared now to run Talladega?
He's never liked restrictor plate racing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like it. I don't know his official stance of why he wasn't going to run Talladega this year, but I just know he wasn't going to, according to the thing yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Be an interesting backstory there.
The one thing I saw yesterday that was interesting, that's not having to do really with outdoors, I want to cover this a little bit. The United States flew some stealth bombers yesterday in an exercise in South Korea.
In South Korea, okay.
Well, North Korea says, "I see what you're doing," and now they've got some rockets readied after they fly the stealth bombers over south.
Right.
So North Korea's trying to flex a little muscle there. I don't believe they're really going to go through with that.
I guarantee you
but
that.
It's something to watch. This Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is,
Kim Jong Dumbbutt.
Yeah, he's going to be see Kim Jong Wow in just a little bit because he's going to be blown up.
I see the headline there. It says North Korea vows to settle accounts after U.S. sends B-2s to the region.
Yep.
Yeah, you going to settle account, you'll get your tail blown off the map.
Yeah, North Korea, they severed some ties with South Korea, some phone line ties with them the other day, and he's going to push his luck. We're going to have to jump up there and say, hey, man, hold on a minute.
Well, there is absolutely no way that I can possibly see him launching an attack on the U.S. However, I wouldn't put it past him to attack his neighbors there in South Korea, which is going to be bad for him because it's not only us. There's several people in the region in his close proximity that won't tolerate that as well.
That and also our military bases that are also in that area.
Yeah, it'd be a long, hard, bad day. I think that most people, of course, you never can. When you're dealing with an idiot, he's unpredictable, so you got to be ready. Right. But they think that he is just trying to flex his muscle to impress those generals and people in his military, and it's all for show. That's what they're thinking. But you never know. It's probably more serious right now than it has been in many, many years.
Yep.
We'll see what happens there. I'm definitely not pulling for a war, but
no, I don't either.
If you mess with the bull, you're gonna get the horn.
And we're doing all this from our country right here. We're sending them plans right here from home.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah. And one good thing in the news yesterday, Obama he made an impassioned plea yesterday for gun control legislation to the American people. He did this, and you could tell in his voice that he was losing the fight.
Oh, they've basically lost it.
Amid signs that he may have to accept a scaled-down version of gun legislation, he called upon Americans, to try to do it. And we just don't want to hear this crap.
Nope.
That's what it is. We don't want to hear it, and people are standing up, and they're getting tired of it. And they know that it's just not, it's not the way to fix this problem.
No, it's not. Most people, I think, have common sense, and they realize that these laws that they're trying to pass aren't going to have any impact. It's all a bunch of hoopla and a bunch of blowhards.
That's right. Everybody standing up. Hey, we appreciate everybody listening this morning. We're right back with some funny laws. Thanks for listening.
Here we go again. Every time there's a food plot to be planted, Daryl's nowhere to be found. You see him, Ronnie?
He's probably in the truck eating a dang sandwich.
I'm sitting right here by this tree and they don't even see me.
Man, that Realtree AP was designed to blend hunters with their surroundings, not hide them when it's time to work.
I'm so hidden the scooters can't even find me.
Okay, Daryl, come on. We got to get this stuff planted.
What's that? Hey, stop it.
Realtree. It's so real, a coyote might pee on it.
Serves you right, you slacker.
The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't, and when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
What in the world is that noise?
Sounds like the transmission's about to come out of my truck.
Transmission? Sounds like Alien versus Predator under there. Let's get it to Ronnie at Eagle Auto Repair.
Ronnie, I got a problem.
Problem? It sounded like Superman fighting the Incredible Hulk.
No, it was worse than that.
Come on, man. This is for real. I ain't got the money to be fixing no big problem.
Chill out, dude. You're at Eagle Auto Repair. You know we'll fix it right and as inexpensive as we can. We only use quality parts, and my guys are some of the best trained technicians in town.
Yeah, but can they stop a fight between Godzilla and King Kong? Because I'm betting that's what they're going to find under there.
Eagle Auto Repair.
321 Lakes Boulevard, Lake Park, Georgia.
Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the good outdoors. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to The Good Outdoors, man. We're going to cover some crazy laws this morning. We're going to get a little bit sideways up in here is what we're going to do.
Right before we do that, though,
Okay.
right as we went to break, though, I checked out an article there that they've advanced legislation in the state of Florida to arm public and private school principals and teachers and other school employees with concealed weapons on the campus at all times to make schools safer. So that law's advancing through the legislature. We'll see how that turns out. That's interesting.
That is very interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I'd have to vote yes on it. So
definitely have to vote. I would. I mean, you got to do something.
Yeah,
You got to do something.
As long as they go through a training class and they set up some some parameters there to learn how to do it and get certified and get their carry permit. Hey, I think it's a good thing and it'll save lives. It's not going to prevent 100%, but like you were just saying, that guy up there in the Newtown school shooting, he popped off 154 shots in 5 minutes, and I think we calculated that's about a shot every 2 seconds or so. I don't think he'd have got off as many shots if the faculty would have been armed. He might have killed.
No.
He might have come in and killed some folks, but somebody would have stopped him before it got as bad as it did.
Exactly. He sure
So
did.
anyway, we'll be keeping you posted on that as well as the rest of the news media. So it's still out there, folks. It's if you look at Fox News, like Daryl said, Obama was making a speech yesterday. The Tucson gun giveaway stirring a huge debate.
Yep.
Iowa newspaper under fire for showing a map showing schools without security. Meaning they don't have any guns. I mean, how stupid is that? What newspaper in the right mind in this climate would actually outwardly advertise which schools have no defense, no security? Come on, people. That's irresponsible journalism.
From the New York Post would do it. I guarantee you.
Yeah, you're right. But, you can report and say, hey, there's schools out there that have no security, but to actually name the schools and show a freaking map pointing it out, come on, man. Everybody that is a subscriber to this Iowa newspaper ought to cancel their subscription right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That is just absolutely insane.
It is. It's crazy, man. The way people think, it's just unreal.
No common sense, man. There's just no common sense. So anyway, we'll get on some funny topics. Cheer everybody up this morning, and I guess we'll go down a few of the things and maybe discuss them and as to why they should be like that or the importance of them. So
some of them you just ain't gonna understand.
Yeah, there's some that are just plain crazy. Some are funny. Some are just obviously on there. For reasons whatever. I guess I'll start it off one of the funny ones here, and there's a ton of them, folks. But in the state of Idaho, just letting you know, if you planning you've geared up, you saved your money up, you're planning a fishing trip out to Idaho to go in these streams and rivers and catch these fish and all, you cannot by law in Idaho do it from a camel's back. You cannot
from a camel's back.
From a camel's back. You can't go out there and fish from a camel's back. It is illegal.
Forget it. Can't do it.
That's right.
You will get fined.
That's exactly right. So don't do it. Don't ride on a camel with a fishing pole. Don't take a chance in Idaho.
And another one, if you go to Fairbanks, Alaska on a trip, or if you live there or whatever, it's illegal to give a moose alcohol.
Well, that don't even make sense.
And it's also illegal for a moose to have sex on city streets. Really? You're going to find the moose. You're going to write him a ticket.
I guess it's all, alcohol. A lot of times, if you drink too much alcohol, it leads to bad decisions, especially evidently in moose. So you don't want to get them all loosened up on alcohol, because the next thing they're going to be partying in the streets. So I can see the merits of that one. That's really not too bad,
Mm-hmm.
And also in Alaska, now that you mention it, they may not, a moose may not be viewed from an airplane.
Really?
It's a law.
So you can't even look at him?
No, no, you cannot.
So
whatever you do,
so
if you see a moose, it's too late. You've looked
broke
at
the law.
him.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
Looked at him. So
if you're riding along with your airplane, just cruising along like they do, low altitude sometimes, and you see a moose, oh my God, I got to report myself to the law. I just broke it.
right,
Really?
yeah, and also along the Alaskan moose lines, you cannot, whatever you do, don't push a live moose out of a moving airplane.
Oh my!
You can't do it.
You can't do it.
It's against the law.
Man,
people.
that was on my bucket list. That's what I wanted
no,
to do.
you can't do it. You can't look at them. You can't push them out of the plane. You can't. Just stay away from the moose in Alaska. It's just you're just asking for trouble. Yeah.
I don't know about that. Well, I can tell you this: in Arizona, donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs.
Well, heck no.
I mean,
You can't have a donkey sleeping in your
but was this
bathtub.
really
That's
happening?
just wrong.
But was this really happening somewhere?
Well,
For
it
to
had
make
to
a
be.
law, really?
It had to be for them to make a law. It had to be. In Arkansas, the Arkansas River.
Yeah, I saw that one.
The Arkansas River, it can rise no higher than to the Main Street Bridge in Little Rock.
And if it does, it's going to get a ticket.
It's broke the law if it does. It can't do it. It's against the law, people.
Can you imagine?
Lock the water up.
Can you imagine them trying to take the Arizona River, to court? Say, hey, you broke the law. Really?
Yeah.
Come on now, get real.
Have you ever had a mouse in your house, or a friend have a mouse in the house? Well, how you go down to Dollar General, the hardware store, or Walmart, and you buy a trap or your glue strips and all that. Well, if you live in California, you cannot set a mouse trap without having a hunting license. You got to have your hunting license.
Oh, that is so funny.
To get a mouse.
To get a
That's
mouse,
so funny.
yeah. We got a call coming in. Let's see what the caller has to say. Good morning, caller. You on the air?
What's going on?
We're doing good. I just hope you ain't breaking no laws out there.
No, sir. I was actually just calling in to tell you a crazy hunting story about me and my dad.
All right, let's hear it.
Tell us.
Yeah, it was. I believe you know him. He goes by Salt Shaker, Chuck Jernigan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, a while back, first time he ever took me turkey hunting, I didn't know anything about what to do, but we were sitting there in the blind, and about 20 minutes in, this huge turkey flew down the field, and next thing I know, he pulls up a shotgun, and boom! Next thing I know, he gets up and starts darting right towards it, running. I was just sitting there, and I didn't know what was going on. And, I was just saying, if you ever take kids hunting, you tell them what's going on.
Quick draw McGraw there.
I got a question for you. How did he get the name Salt Shaker?
Salt shaker.
Because he's shaking like a salt shaker.
That's what people at work say, I'm sure. But no, growing up, his mom and dad collected salt and pepper shakers, and it just stuck with him, I guess.
Well, how about that? That's a cool name. I'm glad you told us his nickname. Now he's going to be called Salt Shaker from now on.
Do you still like turkey hunt though?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm ready to shoot me another one. I mean,
shoot you.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go deer hunting.
You just got to shoot quick when you're around old Salt Shaker there.
Yep.
Yeah, just make sure when y'all go to Alaska and y'all in a plane, don't look out and look at no moose. That's against the law.
Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it.
Appreciate you calling in, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good morning.
Have a good day.
You got to have a hunting license to set a mousetrap.
Oh yeah. To set the mousetrap, you got to have a hunting license.
California is a screwed up state anyway. We know this.
Well, they just try and generate a little revenue there.
Well, you saw the one in Los Angeles where they forbid hunting moths under a street light.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you can hunt moths anywhere you want except under the street light. So.
I wonder if you got to have a hunting license to hunt moths in California.
And here's a baffling one for all you dog lovers and trainers out there. You cannot, in Hartford, Connecticut, Darrell Sample Jr., you're a dog lover, you own dog. Mm-hmm. You can, if you go to Connecticut, you cannot be trying to educate your dogs. It's illegal. You cannot educate dogs.
So you can't train a dog.
Wait a minute. They educate themselves.
Well, you can't train
Well,
a
that's
dog.
fine
No,
if he
no,
does-
no, no,
no,
no,
he
not
can educate
always.
himself.
You train your dogs. You tell your dogs no. That is illegal in Hartford,
can't
Connecticut.
educate him, dude.
You
No.
cannot tell him no to educate
That means I
him.
couldn't feed him every day either.
Dude,
Because I'm
think
training
about it.
them. I'm teaching them
okay,
something.
You're not thinking about this.
Get the hell out of
the
Hartford,
last,
Connecticut.
The
Yes.
last thing you want is a bunch of educated dogs
That's
running
right.
around. You
That's
don't
right.
want no smart dogs. Yeah.
No, you.
And whatever you do, if you go to Florida, this is a bad one here now. In Florida, having sexual relations with a porcupine, that's a no-no.
I can't go to Florida then.
No.
That was on my bucket list also.
Lord, I wouldn't have said that out
That
loud
was on
on
my
the radio.
bucket list, really.
Oh my God! I didn't even know there was porcupines in Florida.
I didn't either. maybe in the zoos or something. I don't know.
That's what gets me though is why would you want to use a pig to go hunting with?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
Well, because in Georgia you can't even. It's against the law to take a hunting with a blind pig.
well, you don't want to go out in the woods with a
I'm
blind
still,
pig.
I'm
He's
still trying
stepping
to
all
figure out
over
why
you
would you go
everything.
hunting with a pig in the first place.
Well, you might want to lure other pigs. I mean, you got to think outside the box here. But I'm still stuck on this porcupine thing. Two things: you can't do that in Florida, and the next, and that was on Daryl's bucket list. So I don't know about all that, but I mean, what do you do? Hey, baby.
Sex with a porcupine.
Hey, baby, you're looking a little prickly over there. How about you ease your little quill over here and let me check you out? That's nasty. That is just nasty.
Man, I cannot believe that.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, what
Porcupine.
about walnut shells and fishing?
Don't know nothing about it.
Well, you can't. It's illegal in Georgia.
Do what now?
It's right here. It says using dynamite batteries or walnut shells to fish is a crime.
Oh, man, we've been fishing like that for years.
Yeah,
I've never heard of I'm trying. I can see dynamite batteries. I'm kind of going to destroy the water, but walnut shells I'm kind of lost on.
I don't know about the walnut shells. I think that poisons them.
What about this one in Idaho? Now, this is funny. A law passed in 1912 provided that the carrying of concealed weapons is forbidden unless same are exhibited to public view.
Yeah, you
How
can't.
the hell do you carry a concealed weapon and have it,
You just
public
can't.
view?
You just can't carry it concealed unless everybody can see it. That's the bottom line.
Got to make sure I get a good bulge or something.
Right, yeah, you just can't carry it unless everybody can see it. It's the same, only different. It's exactly the same, just different.
Yeah,
Hey, check this out.
Nick, wait a minute. Nick just called me out about the porcupine. I don't want to answer that, Nick. Just I'm done with it. It's just on my bucket list. That's it.
Okay, in this particular place, state and city in Illinois, it's against the law to make faces at dogs. Do you know what the name of the city is?
I don't know.
Normal.
Really?
Normal. In Normal, Illinois, it is against the law to make faces at dogs.
Oh, Lord.
Don't do it, man. You get in trouble. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more of this nonsense. You listen to The Good Outdoors on 99.5.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled, or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger or hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all. Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
Moss Trim Shop is Valdos's oldest automotive upholstery shop. From automotive to marine upholstery to convertible and vinyl top. Moss Trim Shop can cover all your sewing needs. Locally owned and operated by Bobby Brantley, Moss Trim Shop become Valdos's oldest and best in the upholstery business by being a dependable, service-oriented, and on time with your project. So if you have an automotive or marine upholstery need, stop by Moss Trim Shop at 733 East Hill Avenue or give them a call at 229-242-8544.
So how you do it, son?
Hey, Ronnie, you know how much people love Austin's Cattle Company?
How much do they love Austin's?
More than Charlie Daniels loves shredding a fiddle.
That's right. Everybody loves Austin's freshly hand-cut steaks. These award-winning steaks are cooked to perfection and served sizzling hot. Austin's Cattle Company was voted best steak, best hamburger, and best sports bar in Valdosta by you. So when you get a hankering for a hot heaping helping of our delicious baby back ribs, shrimp, chicken, prime rib, seafood, or world-famous steaks, head on down to exit 16 off I-75. Austin's. It's an addiction you never have to quit.
Austin, an addiction that you never have to quit.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors here in beautiful Black Crow Studios. Man, I tell you, Bubba Carden chimed in this morning and said he thought he was going to have to get Thomas Gray's cooker and cook some turkeys if we'd kill one yet. But man, I hadn't got to go enough yet, Bubba. Give me some time, man. I'm going today and tomorrow, and I'll let you know what I do.
Well, my results are a direct reflection of the time I've spent in the woods, which is zero, unfortunately. But I tell you, we here at the Good Outdoors, we want to keep everybody abreast of all the game laws across our country. So we've been spending the morning going over some laws, across the United States concerning the good outdoors, because you don't want to be out there and getting any trouble and it ruin your time and your trip there. And we've went over some laws that are, some make sense, some don't. You obviously don't want to have sex with a porcupine in Florida, so there's a law against that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about, in the deal in Normal, Illinois, you can't make faces at dogs. Don't go around make a face at the dog. You can't do that. It upsets the dog.
We talked about the moose, or what would you call them, the meese?
The moose or meese, the flock of meese in Alaska. The things you can't look at them out of an airplane. You can't. They can't
get them drunk.
Can't get them drunk. They can't have sex in the street. Whatever.
But Wanda Stone chimed in. She's listening. She's got a bucket list too. She says she's going to fly over Alaska looking for a moose, get him drunk, make him have sex in the street, then push him out the plane.
Oh man, that's
a
Wanda,
plan.
You can't do that. That's like 4 felonies in a row right there. You'll never. They will put you in the ice cave in Alaska, and you'll never see the light of day.
Especially now that she's planning it.
Yeah, don't blame us. We warned you. So if y'all take it into your own hands, you break these laws like Daryl and the porcupine. That's all y'all's business. If y'all want to do it, I'm just telling you, it's illegal. Just like in Kansas, it's illegal to catch fish with your bare hands. You can't.
You can't go noodling in Kansas then.
No, and also, you could eat snakes in Kansas. A lot of people eat snakes, rattlesnakes. You just can't do it on Sunday. So don't eat the snake on Sunday in Kansas. Pick any other day, but. It's
not on Sunday.
Any day that ends in Y except Sunday.
That's right.
You can eat snake.
And one more from Kansas. In Kansas, law prohibits shooting rabbits from a motorboat. And the state game rule prohibits the use of mules to hunt ducks.
Oh, crap. It'd be too easy. If you could ride a mule, you'd kill a bunch of ducks. It'd be you'd over-harvesting. You got to watch out for that. In Massachusetts, all men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday.
They need to start using that.
Also, bullets may not be used as currency.
And I can see where they at one time they probably have been. I guarantee you.
Yeah, well, used to you could go in the old 7-Eleven store and you have a couple of bullets, need a cup of coffee and honey bun. You give them the bullets, walk out with the coffee and the honey bun.
You could go in and buy 22 bullets at the store.
But I wonder if this. I guess it's probably in a little township and all. But listen to that. All serious, all jokes aside, all men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday. That's the law. I'd like to do some more research on that. I might move there.
That's right.
I like the way they roll.
That's pretty good. The churches are safe.
Yeah.
What did you read the next one? In Michigan, any person over the age of 12 may have a license for a handgun as long as he or she has not been convicted of a felony. Now, under the felony part, that's great. But over the age of 12, they may have a license for a handgun.
Huh. So if you're you can be packing if you're 13, as long as you ain't been convicted of a felony.
That's right. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, in Minnesota, you better not get caught teasing a skunk. That's just you can't tease skunks. Gets the skunks upset. They saying that they spraying it all over town. And also, a person may not cross state lines with a duck on top of his head. You can carry it under your arms. You can put it in your vest. You can keep it in your cooler, the back of your truck, but do not carry it on top of your head.
Really?
You cannot do that, dude.
Oh man!
Live or dead, I guess. You can't have the duck on top of your head.
I wonder if a mounted duck. You can't. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I know mountain porcupines in the state of Florida is illegal, but I don't know. I don't know about mountain duck. But if you're gonna carry the duck, you can put it on your shoulder.
Now think about this though. You've seen the people, especially like over in China and stuff, or India or wherever this is. And I don't know where it's at, but these women that and men that balance these things on their head, as they're walking.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you got a duck on top of your head. If you cross the state line,
no, you got to put it on your shoulder. Now, them people that balance them things, that's impressive. They get a big old basket of fruit. They can walk around like nothing's going on. Hey, man, what's happening? They got a big old basket. Probably weighs 30 pounds of fruit on their head, balanced perfectly.
You know what I'd like to do?
What?
Walk up to one of them like that and just bow to them and let that bow back.
Oh, they bow. Won't never lose the basket. Won't even bobble it. They're professional head toters.
Now, the funniest one I've seen yet, and no turtle races shall be held at the airport in Bourbon, Mississippi. Why? Why can't we do this, folks? Really? A turtle race is a fun thing to do.
Yeah, but if you have your turtle at the airport trying to have a race, it's going to cause a ruckus. So everybody's going to be wanting to gather around, start placing bets. Hey, I got my money on number 12, number 12, number 12. Come on. and you got the race going on. It's disruptive. You can't do it. Homeland Security's all in uproar. I can see that law. I can see it.
I don't see it.
That and holding up the planes from the slow race.
Well, your kids, if you move to Kansas City, Missouri, you can buy a shotgun, but you cannot buy a toy cap gun.
Really?
You can buy a shotgun. You get your 12 gauge, 20 gauge, whatever, over and under, automatic, it don't matter. You just can't buy a cap gun. Cap guns are dangerous, people.
That's right. Remember
that.
Yeah.
They go bang.
In Montana, it is illegal for married women to go fishing alone on Sundays, and illegal for unmarried women to fish alone at all. So in Montana, if you want to go fishing, you first got to get hitched if you're a woman, and then you can't go on Sunday even at that.
Man,
oh my goodness!
I'm just telling you, man. There's reasons there that we don't know, and I'm sure that the local DNR there in Montana come up with that rule for a reason. and this one here, I guess, this is probably the one that takes the cake to me right here. And there's a similar one down in Tennessee, but in Nebraska, it's illegal to go whale fishing.
Really?
Yeah, I wish we'd had some crickets chirping right there.
How long of
where?
Nebraska.
You can't shoot a whale in Nebraska.
No, man. There's you can't. I mean, the whale population has been decimated in Nebraska.
They're trying to get them to come back.
They're trying to rehabilitate them. But a whale, I mean, if you're out there on the lake or river or pond, and there's a whale, you got to leave him alone. You can't catch him.
That's crazy.
A whale, people, in Nebraska. Do y'all know where Nebraska is located? If you look at the United States, it's like right dead in the damn center. Okay, there ain't
how much
no
oceanfront property do we have there?
There's
really?
no whales in there, and they were fished and caught to extinction. Oh man!
Wait a minute. Back to Alaska about the moose.
Yeah.
You cannot whisper in someone's ear while you're moose hunting in Alaska.
Oh my goodness!
So Wanda, you got some more to add to your list there.
You got to be quiet. You can't even whisper.
And
nobody.
2 more from Alaska. I'm going to go over. Kangaroos are not allowed to enter barber shops in Alaska. Kangaroos, really?
Kangaroos.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just unsanitary.
I don't know. I reckon.
A kangaroo's nasty. You know, you don't need to be hopping there. Forget the fact that there's probably no kangaroos in Alaska.
Not even a zoo, probably.
There's probably not even a zoo in Alaska. Who knows?
And one more from Alaska. While it is legal to shoot bears in Alaska, you can shoot bears. Hunting season's up there, all this good stuff. But walking up to a sleeping bear to take a photograph is strictly prohibited. Now, you can walk up there and shoot him, but you can't take his daggone picture until after you shoot him.
Well, that's a weird one there. So I guess it's okay if he's out there and he's alive and awake. You can go up there and take a picture of him.
I can kind of see that. You startle him, he's coming at you.
Well,
yeah, really? Yeah.
The safest thing is just probably obey the law and don't snap the picture. You'll probably be better off. You know, there are some pretty strict rules that are not even funny rules. We're making fun of them, but bear hunting in Alaska, if you wound a bear, that's it.
Your hunt's over.
Your hunt's over. If you don't find, let's say you shoot an arrow at him and you graze him and knock 3 hairs off his body, technically you're done. You can't shoot another bear, whether you find him or not or whatever. That's it. Once you draw blood, once you wound the bear, that's it. You can't. Your hunt's over.
That's true.
And that is a true law. Ask Ted Nugent.
That's right.
I'm still kind of lost on using a bow and arrow after a bear.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah.
I just can't see me doing that.
Yeah, we had a good hunt last year. Stephen Ross shot a nice black bear with his bow up in New Brunswick, Canada. So
did you say that it was illegal to hunt camels in Arizona? Did we cover that one?
We didn't cover that one, no, but you can't do it. That is in fact the law. You can't.
It's against the law.
That's right. And it's as you pointed out during the break, in North Dakota, to this day, it's still illegal. I mean, it's still legal. Legal.
Really?
Listen to me, people. In North Dakota, it's still legal to shoot Indians if you're in a covered wagon. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, it's still legal, not illegal. I want to stress the fact that it's A-OK if you want to go to North Dakota and get you a covered wagon, ride down the road and pop a cap in an Indian.
Oh Lord,
you
I didn't
okay,
read that
brother?
One right earlier.
But is it specified with the wagons being
when I
pulled by?
first read it,
Yeah,
I remember when I first, my mind thought, well, it's got to be illegal. It is illegal.
Yeah.
Legal. I keep saying, I can't stress enough.
In North Dakota.
Yeah, if for some reason you got to burr up your butt still about the Indians, you could go to North Dakota, hit you up a wagon, cover the wagon, and go shoot an Indian.
Oh, good grief!
It's legal.
There's some.
I got to take a break on that. I'm sorry. I got to process this information. We'll be back to dissect that here on the Good Outdoors.
With over 40,000 machines in the field, the pro's choice is Dixie Chopper. Be a pro, buy a chopper. Built right here in America with one simple goal. Build a mower that cuts more grass and doesn't break when you use it. Be a pro, buy a chopper. With Chopper's price, performance, and reliability guarantee, make the smart choice. Be a pro, buy a chopper.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
Justamere Farm is a full boarding, training, and lesson facility conveniently located on Valdale Road in Hayhire. Justamere Farm offers a facility like no other in the area with many amenities to meet all your equine needs, whether it's riding, training, or boarding. If riding is your passion, Justamere has you covered with an indoor arena, a large lighted outdoor arena with an alleyway, a large jump course arena, a round pen for training, trails, and access to dirt roads. Private and shared lessons are available, so give Justamere Farms a call today at 229-460-2331.
So, Dawson, is Dad still ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors.
We had a caller trying to call while we were on breaks. The caller, we're back on now, 229-253-0995. Been talking about crazy laws. We're trying to concentrate on some of the outdoor laws, but you can't help it when you come across a stupid one. Daryl was just telling us one about several California laws.
There's a bunch.
He can get on some of those, but the one about the nuclear device is the one that gets me.
Yeah,
so.
you pull up stupid laws. I mean, just type stupid laws in any search engine, and they pop up, a lot of them state by state. And California by far has the most
the leader.
Any of them. But the stupidest one, a person who detonates a nuclear device within the city limits in California is fined up to $500. That is all. I mean, that's it. Dude, you're going to get a fine for
detonating a nuclear device.
Really? And see, I've been watching 24, my favorite show, and they just had one detonate outside.
Well, that guy owes $500.
No, he doesn't. It was outside the city limits. So he was cool.
Okay.
He shouldn't get in any trouble, really.
No, it's fine. I wonder if I guess it's probably legal to possess the nuclear device in the city limits.
So.
You just can't set it off. Well, that's not so bad.
Okay, also in California, animals are banned from mating publicly within 1.5 feet of a tavern, school, or any place of worship.
Yeah, I tell you what, ride on a good spring sunny afternoon in Hayhire. If you ride around, you're gonna see some. You're probably gonna see a little activity.
But what's funny about that is cats and dogs in Ventura County can have sex only if they have a permit to do so. Can you imagine a cat or a dog walking up to the window and say, "Hey, can I get a permit?"
Well, by God, if we got to have a marriage license, I think they should have a permit. We got a call coming in. Good morning, caller. You on the air? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. This is Chris.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Talking about stupid laws.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that it was this is a fact now. You can look it up. In the state of Georgia, every household has to own a rake.
I did see that one earlier. I sure did.
Well, I think that's a good law. I think you should own a rake. Matter of fact, I think you should be fully trained in the usage of the rake.
Right. In case your neighbor's burning some leaves or trash, it gets out.
Yeah.
You can go over there and you can run a fire break. Yeah.
That's right. Or you can use the rake if you come home and your wife ain't doing what she ought to do. You can use the rake to whop her over the head with it. You got to, you got to be able to use the rake.
It's also a good disciplinary tool for your children.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
A rake on your backside to straighten you right out, won't it, Chris?
Well, no. Go out there and rake. I want every leaf out of that yard.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
I want every piece of pine straw out of that yard.
Woo, rake some pine straw. Yeah, I've done that a time or two.
Hey, Chris, also in Georgia, it's illegal to use profanity in front of a dead body which lies in a funeral home or a coroner's office. Did you know that one?
Well, it ought to be.
It ought to be. It's disrespectful to be cursing in front of the dead.
Yeah. even if you didn't like them.
That's right. Don't cuss them after they die.
Don't speak ill of the dead.
That's right. Now, hey, are you planning on going to North Dakota and shooting Indians out of a covered wagon? Because if you are, it's perfectly legal.
All right.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I reckon I'll save up.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good hunting trip. No limit.
All right.
Have a good day, man.
Y'all have
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, another crazy one from Georgia, right here close to home. It's illegal for a chicken to cross the road in Quitman, Georgia.
Oh, Lord.
So, Steve, keep your chickens at the house.
Oh, yeah.
Don't carry them to Quitman.
They can't cross the road in Quitman. You get a fine. I wonder what the fine is for that.
I don't know, but I wouldn't try it.
Well, you know, could be worse. If you live in Ohio, you can't get a fish drunk. It's illegal.
Yeah, that was a dumb one.
Yeah.
In Ohio, really?
It is contrary to Pennsylvania law, which is fancy for saying it's illegal, to discharge a gun, a cannon, revolver, or other explosive weapon at a wedding. And in the same law, it is also you may not catch a fish by any body part except the mouth.
Pennsylvania.
You can't foul hook fish in Pennsylvania.
What happens if you're fishing and, you know, so many times a fish will miss the bait and get foul hooked in their body?
It's simple.
Get better at
you got to pay the fine.
You got to pay the fine because, you know, you've done it.
Yeah.
When you get him up there and you see it, you know you realize you broke the law.
Yeah, you better cut your line because if you put him in the boat, you have broken the law. In Tennessee, it is illegal to shoot any game other than whales from a moving automobile.
Here we go, back to another state that has no oceanfront property.
Well, maybe they're freshwater whales. I don't know. But you just can't shoot them from a moving vehicle. But we can't tell you what to do, people. We're going to suggest that you follow the law. So if you're in your car and you see a whale, you know, stop and get out of the car and shoot him.
Yeah, and if you're in Tennessee, it's also illegal to use lassos to catch a fish.
Yeah, and skunks can't be carried in the state. We covered that one. So you can't lasso the fish. Don't forget.
Oh my!
It is in Texas. It is illegal for one to shoot a buffalo from the second story of a hotel. You either got to go to the third floor or stay on the ground floor.
You know, I wonder.
Second floor is off limits.
That makes me wonder how old that law is. You know, it could be made back in the early 1800s when buffaloes were still around.
You couldn't go up to the second story of the saloon and shoot. Yeah,
I guess
maybe
not.
so. I don't know. You could go to the third floor or the roof.
Probably back then they only had 2 stories.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
And Wilbur, Washington. Okay.
Yeah.
It is illegal in Wilbur, Washington, to ride an ugly horse.
Oh yeah, you can't take your ugly old horse out there in the public.
Yeah, but who's the judge of an ugly horse?
Well, I mean, you know, I don't know. But if you laugh at the horse, it could hurt the horse's feelings and cause him to go into a deep depression. You got to spend a lot of money on medication. It's just best not to ride an ugly horse uptown and take a chance on that. You know, just keep his ugly butt in the bar. Keep him out there on your leg, man. Poor old horse.
Man.
Send him to the glue factory.
Come on.
Oh man.
In Wyoming.
In Wyoming, you know, you can take pictures of wildlife and rabbits and such. But in Wyoming, if it's between January and April, you can't take a picture of a rabbit without an official permit. So if you're going to do some wildlife photography, make sure you get your permit if it's a rabbit.
God almighty. You know, Florida has some crazy laws too. It is an offense to bathe naked in Florida.
Hold on now.
So if you're gonna take a bath, you better have some clothes on.
You got to have at least one sock on to take a shower.
It's an offense to bathe naked. And chickens are considered to be a protected species in Key West, Florida.
I guess they're eating a lot of pizza down there then.
Oh.
Huh. How about that?
I was down in Key West when I graduated high school. I don't remember chickens down there.
Well,
maybe that's why they're protected now.
They're about extinct down in there. So,
women, if you go to Florida, you need to be careful, okay? Because a woman can be fined only after death. Now, for what good that's going to do, for being electrocuted in a bathtub because of using self-beautification utensils.
So, if you kill yourself with a self-beautification utensil,
if you're blow drying your hair in the bathtub
and you die, you're gonna have to pay a fine. So we just warn you ahead of time. They say you can't take it when you go. Heck, not only that, they'll take more from you when you go.
Let's take this call, man. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
On them chickens, that equipment that gets thrown across the road, what if they hop out of my trailer?
I don't know.
Well, then you're going to get fined, man. You can't let them cross the road. You're responsible when you're hauling those chickens to keep them from crossing the road. So if they hop out, you got to keep them on one side of the road or the other.
But
they can't go back and forth.
He can only drive straight also. He can't drive across the road because every damn chicken in there crosses it.
They normally jump out in the middle of the road when they jump out.
As long as they sit on the center line before you get them back in the truck, you're okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll get out as long as they don't. As long as they jump out, then they can cross the road, but they'll be in the center.
That's right, yeah. But technically, like Darryl said, if you're hauling them in the truck and you take them across the road, you broke the law.
That's right.
I got a good cover up on that, though. They won't know who done as many trucks we got running around.
That's true. That's true. That's exactly right. Hey, man, you been doing okay?
Yeah, about that.
How's it? You doing good? How's the old softball tournaments going?
Oh, I don't mess with the softball.
He don't play.
I know he don't play, but I figured he'd be getting a full report.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate you calling in this morning. Don't.
All right, buddy. I'll have a good one.
All right, see you later.
Yeah. And women also in Florida, if you go down there and you get your hair did, you know how women like to go get their hair did?
Yeah.
Women are fined for falling asleep under the hairdryer, and so is the salon owner.
Well, that's because you got to move it. You got to move it. Get on out of here. Turn and burn, baby. Time is money. You can't take a nap up in here in the dang thing.
There you go. Take this call, man. Good morning, caller. You want to go outdoors?
Hey.
What's up?
It's time to get up and go fishing.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Oh.
That's where I'm headed.
Donnie.
Yeah.
I was wondering if y'all was going to call in this morning when y'all get on the road and tell us she's going fishing.
Yeah, waiting on Jason now. He ever gets here.
Well, it's only 5 minutes till 5. Y'all wasn't supposed to meet till 5 o'clock.
Well, there ain't nothing but, get a little bit of a hit.
Well, Jason Taylor, if you out there, you're about to be late, and Donnie's going to leave your butt there.
Where y'all going fishing, Donnie?
We're going to go down to Keaton.
Okay, good deal. Looking for some speckled trout?
Yeah, we're going to try to get some speckled trout, and then we're going to try to get out to the 9 Mile Reef.
How far out is the 9 Mile Reef, Donnie?
I think it's 9 miles.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I didn't know.
Yeah. Or maybe a 9 mile long reef. Who knows? I mean, there's two ways to look at that.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get out there. I don't know how rough it's gonna be.
Yeah, well, good luck, man. Send us some pictures, and I hope y'all catch a boatload of them, man. Hope you have a great trip today, Donnie.
All right, appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.
All right, man.
You too. Yeah. I think if they hook up on a whale out there, they're all right because they're not in Nebraska or Tennessee.
That's
they
right.
should be okay on that.
I think it'll be okay. I hope they catch a lot of fish. Send us some pictures. I hope they have a good time.
It's a federal law a state law in California that sunshine is guaranteed to the masses. So when you
kidding me?
when you're in California, you are guaranteed sunshine.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They know. They can guarantee you it's going to come up every single day. You might not be able to see it.
And this one last one for Arkansas. Mispronouncing the name in the state of Arkansas is illegal.
Oh, Lord, we just
just broke the law.
I don't know what. I hate to see the fine on that one. We'll be back on the Good Outdoors here in 3 minutes.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at Exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, little league, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, Exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Woo-wee! Sweet Tea's Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea's Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Tea's for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea's Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great southern barbecue like it's supposed to be, and don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
Hi, I'm Barry Broom with Allstate Insurance Company. I'm a big fan of the great outdoors. There are many recreational activities that allow us to enjoy God's creation. There's boating, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing. Think about all the gear, equipment, and and vehicles that we have that make those times outdoors so memorable. When it comes to protecting and insuring your firearm, your boat, RV, camper, four-wheeler, even your golf cart, think of me, Barry Broom, your Allstate agent. Call me at 229-244-9856 or visit me online at barrybroom.com. Go make a memory. Enjoy your great outdoors.
The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't, and when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Brigman & Brigman Cabinets in Hayhira, Georgia specializes in custom-built cabinets. You can come in and sit down with our staff and start from scratch to develop the perfect cabinet layout, or bring in your plans and start there. From design to installation, Brigman & Brigman can help you every step of the way. Estimates are always free, and your satisfaction is our goal. Whether it's a remodel, a spec house, or your custom-built dream home, give Brigman & Brigman Cabinets in Hayhira a call at 229-794-2108 to set up an appointment. Crystal River Seafood on St. Augustine Road in Valdosta is a fine seafood dining experience. Folks from miles around come in to enjoy the fine seafood and friendly atmosphere Crystal River has to offer. Their friendly staff makes your dining experience one to remember, as well as one to repeat. Fish like grouper, salmon, mahi, catfish are always great choices, along with shrimp, oysters, crab cakes, and crab legs. Hey, you not in the mood for seafood? Order a juicy ribeye steak. Crystal River Seafood is open for lunch and dinner. Crystal River Seafood, 958 St. Augustine Road, Valdosta, Georgia.
WKAA, Willacoochee, Valdosta. Another hour of Valdosta's best country music kicks off now. 99.5
Kicks Country.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Well, welcome back.
It just gets worse and worse.
It does. Kentucky has some really good ones. All nude people in one's house must be registered in Kentucky. Really?
Wow.
So you can't take a bath in Kentucky unless you're registered there.
Hey, you can't eat oranges in the bathtub in California.
I got to do this one.
Go ahead.
According to the state's legislation in Kentucky, no female shall appear in a bathing suit on any highway within the state unless she be escorted by at least 2 officers or unless she be armed with a club. The important amendment to this to be considered to provisions the provisions of this statute shall not apply to females weighing less than 90 pounds nor exceeding 200 pounds. So y'all read that any way you want to.
Interesting.
And they have a lot of nudity problems in Kentucky, I guess. A person needs a license to walk around nude in his or her property.
Well, that's a violation of your freedom of expression, in my opinion. In Belvedere, in California, the city council order reads exactly like this. Okay? No dog shall be in public without its master on a leash.
Do what?
No dog shall appear in public without its master on a leash.
Really? In California?
Yep, that's the way it reads.
I thought that's how everywhere. That's what the dog pound was for.
No, that's
no,
a leash law.
He's saying the dog has to have his master on the leash.
So nobody can walk.
Okay.
Nobody can
I
walk.
lost you on that one.
No, the dog is going to be walking the master. The dog has to have the leash attached to the master. That's what the law. That's what it reads. So you can. I know they didn't mean it that way, but that's the way they wrote it.
In Louisiana, you can't tie an alligator to a fire hydrant in New Orleans.
No, you don't want to do that. And in Burlingame, California, it's illegal to spit except on a baseball diamond. So you can't spit unless you got it on the baseball. If you got to spit, something hocks up in your throat and you got to spit, you better run to the nearest baseball field and hock it out.
You dang sure better not spit anywhere on a golf course. I can tell you that if you're playing in a tournament.
No. That's just
against the
that's just PGA. There's so many etiquette violations there. We won't even get into that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not permitted. I think you told me this on break. You cannot wear cowboy boots in Blythe, California, unless you already own at least 2 cows.
Gotta have 2 cows.
Can't wear cowboy boots unless you own 2 cows. Makes sense to me. You ought not be posing as a cowboy unless you got cows.
That's true.
That don't make sense.
Oh, good grief.
In Cathedral City, California, you cannot bring your dog to school. That's probably good order there.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Baldwin Park. Nobody's allowed to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool. Can't do it. Swimming pools are for swimming people. You can't ride your bike in the swimming pool.
Why do you want to ride a bike in a swimming pool? Really? Come on.
So you don't have to worry about going nowhere and stay cool?
Yeah. Bowling on the sidewalk is illegal.
Yeah, I can see that one.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Hey, y'all watch this.
In Cerritos, California, all dog waste must be removed from any yard within 7 days.
After 7 days, it's probably not going to be there anyway.
Becomes yard furniture after it turns white and hardens in 7 days.
7 days, you can pick it up and hit somebody with it riding by on a bicycle, I guess, unless they're in a swimming pool.
In Dana Point, California, one may not use one's own restroom if the window is open. You got to take a poop, make sure the window's closed.
Heck, do they come up with these stupid
You don't want to
laws?
offend your neighbors.
Well, you don't want that smell permeating out into the environment.
Why do they come up with these stupid laws, really?
Because some neighbor probably sued their neighbor because of it.
Think about this, though. We have paid legislatures throughout, even in our state of Georgia, to do these dumb laws.
You can't sleep on a road in Eureka.
Well, Maryland's got some dumb ones, too. You can't mistreat an oyster in Baltimore.
Well, you should be able to mistreat an oyster anywhere.
You cannot mistreat it. So you can't eat an oyster, in other words.
No, it's perfectly okay to gouge it with a screwdriver, open it up, and eat it. You just can't abuse it.
Also in Baltimore, it's illegal to take a lion to the movies.
What?
Yeah, you can't. You got a pet lion, leave it in the house in Baltimore.
Man, I'll tell you, man, we just too many restrictions in society. You can't even take your daggum lion to the movie.
And in Maryland, and Brad, I hope y'all listening to this. Hope your wives are not. A woman, I hope the wife is too. A woman is not allowed to go through her husband's pockets while he is sleeping. So
hey, amen to that.
I agree.
Just keep your hands out of my pockets.
How
many times have you went to the store in the morning and got you a Dr. Pepper or something on the counter, and you flip your wallet open and there ain't no money in it because your wife raided it?
That's right.
Keep your hands out of our pockets.
And if you go to a bar, you cannot buy the female bartender a drink. Men are not allowed to buy the female bartenders a drink.
Yeah, that's I think that's a law here. I'm not sure, but it is against the law to hold private bingo games in Fresno, California. If you're gonna have a bingo game, it's got to be open to the public.
Everybody's got to have a chance to call that bingo.
Everybody's got to be able to say B7. I got it. Permanent markers may not be sold inside the city limits of Fresno, California. Fresno pops up here a lot. Fresno's got some crazy stuff going on there, but permanent marker, Sharpie, can't sell it in the city limits. Got to go outside the city limits or down the road to El Monte or Eureka or somewhere. But you can't get drunk you can't even get drunk on the playground in Fresno. I don't know. I mean, you spin around there on a merry-go-round too much, you get drunk. Is that illegal?
You talking about merry-go-rounds? I saw one a few minutes ago about a merry-go-round.
Elementary schools in Fresno may not host poker tournaments.
Huh? No, come on.
You have a 6th grade poker tournament going on? No, illegal. Can't do it. You can't sell gasoline to a drunk person. They're out of gas. They're just stuck.
I agree with that one.
Yeah. And in Glendale, California, you can't take your dog on the elevator with you. You got to take the stairs.
Man, some of these are just ridiculous, really.
A person must be 18 years old to buy a wax container. Interesting.
No. And in Maine, it's illegal to blow your nose in public in Waterville.
Well, this right here, Glendale, California, this right here might be the most confusing law. I don't even know how they function in Glendale, California after reading this law. Cars may not be driven in reverse.
What?
Yeah, you can't drive a car in reverse. So when you park at the Walmart, you got to make sure that you park
where you can drive
forward. Where you can drive forward when you leave, or you're going to be sitting there a while. If somebody boxes you in, you stuck.
Yeah,
you can't drive your car in reverse in Glendale. You can't. It's illegal.
California's just stupid anyway. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
Now this is there are some, we pick it on California. There are some good rules. Public restroom. It's a law that public restrooms must be supplied with toilet paper. I think that's a good law, because you don't want to get in there, run in there in a tight and plop down, and then be out of toilet paper. It's against the law.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
This is another good law. You can't show your buttocks on the playground. Got to keep your pants pulled up.
Well, I mean, I agree with that. There's a lot of that going on now.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that needs to be outlawed in Georgia, everywhere.
Yep. Can't pour salt on the highway.
Can't pour salt on the railroad track in some places.
Mm-mm.
It's illegal.
Illegal, can't do it.
And California's they got a bunch of them, man. I mean, you know, in Massachusetts, they've got one. The state of Massachusetts outlawed Christmas in 1659. Can you believe that?
That's stupid.
And it used to be, and I guess it still is, illegal to take a bath unless prescribed by a physician in Boston.
You go to the doctor. You go to the doctor. There's something wrong with me. Yes, sir. You stink. Here's a prescription. Go home, take a bath.
And any person caught eating peanuts in church may be jailed for up to 1 year.
A year in jail for eating peanuts. That's tough.
But here's the one that I don't like. It's not allowed for a gorilla to travel in the back seat of any car in Massachusetts.
Oh, see,
he's got to ride in the front
I guess
seat.
I ain't going to Massachusetts.
No, you got to be in front seats.
Did you know in Hollywood, California, it is illegal to drive more than 2,000 sheep down Hollywood Boulevard at one time? You got to keep it under 2,000.
1,999. You good?
Oh yeah, but you can't have 2,000 driving them down Hollywood Boulevard. That ain't gonna work.
That just seemed like a big mess.
Well, you know, we were talking about the other day how many laws are on the books, you know, in the United States, and after reading, I mean, we could go on and on with this stuff, and you know, we've had a lot of fun, and it's funny, but it goes to show you that there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of laws on the books, and if you wrote them down and stacked them end to end, they would go around the planet 10 times probably. It's crazy. Long Beach, California, cars are the only item allowed in the garage. You can't have nothing else in the garage. You can't have your golf clubs in there, your lawnmower, anything. Only your car. And if you decide that you want to get up and go play a little putt-putt, you can go play putt-putt, but you cannot say a curse word on the putt-putt golf course. If you miss the putt, you can't let out a 4-letter word. It's illegal.
Really?
Yeah.
Now here's one that doesn't make sense to me in another state that had to been passed within the past 20 years. In Montana, it's illegal for employees of the city's communications center to program their phones with speed dial in Billings, Montana. I mean, what in the world? You can't program numbers into a phone if you work for that?
That's crazy, man. I don't know. I'm sure that when these laws are passed, there's a reason for them, and I wonder what those reasons are sometimes.
Yeah.
Like laws. Obviously, like fireworks are illegal in the state of Georgia, most, or at least certain types, and you know that the motivation behind that is safety. So there's there's really, but when you what is the motivation for not eating oranges in the bathtub?
There's something behind it. You're right.
Something has happened. If somebody choke or something, I don't know.
I don't know, man. There's just some crazy.
Talking about the rooster. I mean, the chickens not cross the road in Ontario, Canada. Roosters may not crow in the city limits. So you could have them in the city limits, but you better dang sure train them not to crow, because if they do, you broke the law. Goodness gracious. We're going to take a little break here. Come back. You listen to The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country.
Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
SWAT Graphics, located at 300 South Toombs Street, is the area's #1 graphic design service company. Specializing in graphic banners, stickers, signs, and design, SWAT Graphics can help from concept to completion. If you have a design idea for a company logo, SWAT Graphics can bring it to reality. Maybe you have a logo and just need it placed on a sign, sticker, or banner. Whatever the case, stop by SWAT Graphics at 300 South Toombs Street, Valdosta, or give them a call at 241-9185. SWAT Graphics, proud sponsor of the Good Outdoors.
Moss Trim Shop is Valdosta's oldest automotive upholstery shop. From automotive to marine upholstery to convertible and vinyl top, Moss Trim Shop can cover all your sewing needs. Locally owned and operated by Bobby Brantley, Moss Trim Shop became Valdosta's oldest and best in the upholstery business by being a dependable, service-oriented, and on time with your project. So if you have an automotive or marine upholstery need, stop by Moss Trim Shop at 733 East Hill Avenue or give them a call at 229-242-8544.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled, or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta.
Justamere Farm is a full boarding, training, and lesson facility conveniently located on Valdale Road in Hayhire. Justamere Farm offers a facility like no other in the area with many amenities to meet all your equine needs, whether it's riding, training, or boarding. If riding is your passion, Justamere has you covered with an indoor arena, a large lighted outdoor arena with an alleyway, a large jump course arena, a round pen for training, trails, and access to dirt roads. Private and shared lessons are available, so give Justamere Farms a call today at 229-460-2331.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Hey, welcome back to The Good Outdoors, man. I tell you, New York's got some funny ones, too. Some of them I'm not going to say on air. But jumping off the Empire State Building is illegal. I can understand that one.
Well, you might hurt somebody or possibly yourself if you do that.
While riding in an elevator, one must talk to no one and fold his hands while looking towards the door.
That's in New York?
New York. And women may go topless in public, providing it's not being used as a business. I don't understand where that one came from.
So you can legally walk down the street topless?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
All right, now get this one. A fine of $25 can be levied for flirting. This is an old law that specifically prohibits men from turning around on any city street and looking at a woman in that way. If convicted a second time for a crime of this magnitude, it calls for the violating male to be forced to wear a pair of horse blinders whenever and wherever he goes outside for a stroll.
I would be in trouble.
That is funny there.
And one can teach their parrot to speak in New York, but not to squawk.
Good gracious.
Oh, homeless people may not start a fire in the park unless they intend to cook food. It's illegal for a woman to be on the street wearing body-hugging clothing.
Body-hugging clothing.
Well, New York, they're breaking the law all the time in New York.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. In Pacific Grove, California, it's illegal to molest butterflies.
California. I mean, what else can you say?
In Pasadena, California, it is illegal for a secretary to be alone in a room with her boss. I bet they don't get a lot of work done out there. I guess the payroll might be higher because you got to have somebody to be there just to stand there while the secretary and the boss, while he tells her to take notes. That's crazy there.
I can see where that law came from.
In Portola, California, you may not allow your dog to chase a squirrel in the summer. Now, spring, summer, and fall, listen, he can chase him till his tongue hangs out.
I'm in trouble then.
Yeah,
that's all mine do all day long.
It is illegal to fish from an overpass in the city.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you fishing for?
I don't know, but if you do catch a fish in Portola, California, you cannot carry it into a bar. This is against the law, people.
every state out there has crazy laws, and you're on California, and evidently there's a huge bunch of them in California, and I can understand that.
You know, the water restrictions in California sometimes is, I guess that's why they have this law in Prunedale, California. You can't have two bathtubs in the same house.
Really?
Sure can't. You can have one bathtub. You can have a shower, I guess a bath and a half, but only one tub. You're gonna be in some serious trouble.
California. I mean, I don't know what else to say about them. They got some crazy laws.
Well, they try to make sure they're safe. Like in Redlands, California, the motor vehicles may not be driven on city streets unless a man with a lantern is walking ahead of it. The man with the lantern's got to be walking ahead of the car, or you can't drive it.
Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. On the Good Outdoors.
Good morning. In Jonesboro, you can't say, oh, boy.
Yeah, I saw that one, too.
You can't say, oh, boy?
Oh, boy. Yep.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's
oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That's actually an old law.
Well, I would hope so. I hope they didn't just pass it last week.
No, it's actually
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all have a good morning.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
In Ohio, now I'm going to pick on Ohio a little bit because Michelle, a policeman may bite a dog to quieten him. However, a dog cannot bite a policeman to quieten him, even if he is a police dog.
And even if he needs to be bitten to shut him up, he can't do it. So the policeman can bite the dog. The dog, I guess
the dog can't bite a policeman and get him quiet.
That's fair enough.
Breastfeeding is not allowed in public in Ohio.
Yeah,
and this is funny too. It's illegal for a woman to strip off her clothing while standing in front of a man's picture in Oxford, Ohio.
Well, you don't want the picture's eyes to pop out of its head.
And evidently, there is no roller skating rinks in Ohio, because it is against the law to roller skate without notifying the police.
Man,
I got to find out about that one.
That's nuts.
All owners of tigers must notify the authorities within 1 hour of the tiger's escape.
Well, when it comes to animals, California is on the cutting edge of animal safety and leash laws. And San Francisco, you cannot walk your elephant down Market Street unless he's on a leash.
That's pretty good. But you talk about elephants. Do you know that in Georgia? Let me get back to this one. In Georgia, it's against the law to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, that's good. Because the elephant could actually pull the street light down. You got to have rules. It's illegal to shoot jackrabbits from the back of a streetcar in San Diego.
Good grief.
You got to hunt them from something else, like a four-wheeler. Now, this is a good law here. I could actually see that this one could be used some places around here. The owners of houses with Christmas lights on them past February 2nd may be fined up to $250. So you got to get your Christmas lights down. You can't leave them up year round, even if you want to. And you can't carry your lunch down the street between 11 and 1 o'clock in Riverside, California. Now, that's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., which is basically the lunchtime. You can't carry your lunch down the street during lunchtime.
So, in other words, wherever you get it at, you better stop right there and eat.
Golly, that is, I don't even know. I don't know. Persons in San Francisco, persons classified as ugly may not walk down any street.
Where's that at?
San Francisco, California. Persons classified as ugly may not walk down any
street. Who does the classification?
I don't know, but there's a lot of people I've seen that can't walk down the street in San Francisco. I passed like 6 of them this morning.
Daryl Sample.
Yeah, I'm not so.
You can't go there, buddy.
Daryl,
you can't go.
Aladdin, you got to stay home, brother. You cannot walk down the street in San Francisco.
What if I put a bag on my head? Will I be all right, Dan?
I don't know, but you.
No,
I mean,
no.
UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
Daryl, you're a two-bagger.
Yeah, you.
Everybody else has got to have a bag over their head in case yours falls off.
Man, you can't walk down the street in San Francisco. Good.
The love I get around here. Look at this.
In Oregon, one he turned my microphone on. That was funny. That was good, Daryl. In Oregon, one may not bathe without wearing suitable clothing. In example, that which covers one's body from neck to the knee.
How you gonna get clean? Holy cow.
But wait a minute. The one that tops them all in Pennsylvania, evidently all Pennsylvania firefighters are busy 24 hours a day because all fire hydrants must be checked 1 hour before all fires.
Man, I'm at a loss on that one.
I got to schedule a house burning next week. So
Oh,
got to get a permit.
So I guess they're checking hydrants every hour on the hour there. Oh, man, what an expense that is.
Wait a minute. Pennsylvania's got some crazy ones. A motorist who sights a team of horses coming towards him must pull well off the road. And, there's a lot of Amish people.
Amish, yeah.
Okay, he must pull well off the road, cover his car with a blanket or canvas that blends in with the countryside, and let the horses pass.
Well, you don't want to upset them.
Wait, it gets better. If the horses appear skittish, the motorist must take his car apart, piece by piece, and hide it under the nearest bushes.
You got to be kidding me.
That's the way it reads.
That's insane.
Oh,
I mean, that
I
really
can believe
is.
that. I've been to some of those cities that have the Amish, and they actually got 2 separate roads for it. You got one for the cars, one for the horses.
It would take a NASCAR pit crew hours to disassemble a freaking car and hide it in the bushes. Yes. How is a man with a screwdriver and
It gets better.
Oh, gosh. I can't take it no more.
It gets better. Any motorist driving along a country road at night must stop every mile and send up a rocket signal waiting 10 minutes for the road to be cleared of livestock and before he continues on.
Golly. What in the world? I mean, you can't even use used underwear to wipe your car off in California. You got to use clean underwear to do that.
Oh, man. It's illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Can you imagine trying to sleep on top of the refrigerator? I ain't never been.
Some of the best sleep they want to protect you from the animals, so
some of the best rest I've ever gotten was on top of a refrigerator.
Oh yeah, and no man may purchase alcohol in the state of Pennsylvania without written consent from his wife.
In Thousand Oaks, California, before a business may have a going out of business sale, they must obtain a special permit from the city manager.
Oh, God.
You're going out of business because you're going broke. Now you got to go buy a permit to go out of business. Is what that says. Oh.
They want to get their last bit of money before you leave.
I guess so.
Have you ever, people? A lot of people fall asleep while driving. You take a little doze here and there. In Tennessee, it's illegal to fall asleep while driving.
You can't fly a kite more than 10 feet off the ground in Walnut, California.
Oh, God.
Kind of takes to find out.
Let's take this call right quick. Good morning, caller on the Good Outdoors.
Good morning. How you doing? The one thing that this tells us is that the legislation needs to take laws off the books if they're going to pass new ones.
Amen.
I guarantee it. I was thinking earlier on a serious note. I think a lot of this legislation that have passed through when they say they make comments like Nancy Pelosi says we got to pass the bill in order to know what's in it. This is what you end up with. You don't read. You can't read 10,000 pages at the 11th hour, and it passes through, and then these stupid laws end up on the books because of it. That's exactly what's happening.
Well, that and a lot of these laws you're reading are 100 years old.
Oh,
like
yeah.
in Texas, if you have a pair of wire cutters in your left back pocket, you can be arrested for cattle rustling.
That's right. Crazy things, man. It's nuts. It's a crazy world we live in when you got laws like this still on the books. It's just nuts.
And that's the reason why they should make a law that if they're going to pass a new one, then you take an old one off.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Well, you have a good morning, and I appreciate you answering my call.
All right, you do the same.
Thank you.
All right.
We got to take a break here this morning. We're right back here on the Good Outdoors.
With over 40,000 machines in the field, the pro's choice is Dixie Chopper. Be a pro, buy a chopper. Built right here in America with one simple goal. Build a mower that cuts more grass and doesn't break when you use it. Be a pro, buy a chopper. With Chopper's price, performance, and reliability guarantee, make the smart choice. Be a pro, buy a chopper.
Austin's Cattle Company's menu is so big and delicious. In order to fit everything in, we had to write a song about it. So take it away, boys.
'Cause we got hand-cut steaks and taters, too baked food tastes better than your grandmother's pound cake. Hallelujah, didn't reach the sky, just load it up and pile it. How we got prime rib, seafood, salad, and baby back food so good it'll make your lips smack. Austin's Cattle Company's where you gotta go when your stomach gives you an attack. Come on in and sit on down, and you'll be chillin' like the king of town. Order up your favorite meal and turn that sad pound upside down. I guarantee you'll slap your knee when you eat it. Austin's Cattle Company.
Just head on down Austin's.
Woo, that's good.
So there you have it, folks. Next time you get a craving for something tasty, stop on by Austin's at exit 16 off I-75. There's something on the menu for everyone, and they serve big portions so you'll never leave hungry. From seafood and prime rib to the freshest hand-cut steaks, chicken, and ribs you can find. Austin's Cattle Company is truly an addiction you never have to quit.
Tune in to 99.5 Kicks Country from 4 to 6 a.m. Monday through Friday to listen to the Good Outdoors crew. We talk about everything in the outdoors.
From hunting, fishing, camping, to boating, and horseback riding, with an emphasis on getting kids outdoors. Heck, we even talk about big feats and outhouse escapades. You never know.
Join us for a good laugh and how-tos and why-nots. You can even call in live.
That's the Good Outdoors, weekday mornings from 4 to 6 on 99.5 Kicks Country.
And like us on Facebook at The Good Outdoors with a Z and thegoodoutdoors.com.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Woo-wee! Sweet Tea Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel, is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Teas for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great southern barbecue like it's supposed to be. And don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back, man, to The Good Outdoors. We're covering some crazy, I don't know if you can call them crazy. A lot of them are just plain ignorant and stupid laws.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's a good one in Texas. It is legal now, it is legal for a blind person. You can be blind and go hunting in Texas as long as you have someone with you that is not blind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It
right
does.
there.
And that's, I'm glad that it's not illegal for blind people to go hunting, because you actually see shows out there where they take blind people hunting and do most everything for them, but they still have the love to be out there.
Yep, as long as they got somebody that can see with them, that's a good thing.
In Texas, it is legal for a husband to beat his wife as long as he uses something no bigger than his thumb. There's a lot of states out there that it's legal to beat your wife in.
Yeah, there was one I was reading earlier. I just so many overwhelming ones that and I think you actually told me on the break about at one state it was legal to beat your wife. It was in California. You can beat your wife as long as the belt you were using was less than 2 inches wide, and there was a restriction there, but you could legally beat her.
In Virginia, it's legal for a man to beat his, and Kelly told me this a while ago. He sent me a text, and I did find it, Kelly, so listen up. It's legal for a man to beat his wife on the courthouse steps as long as it is before 8 p.m. in Stafford County.
So you could lure your wife. You could lure your wife down there and say, "Honey, I got a nice romantic evening planned. I want to go down here and tour the courthouse steps here, but make sure you get here about 7:30, and I want to meet you there. And when she gets there, you can whop her.
What all these wife beating ones? Really? Why do you want to beat your wife? I don't. I don't know.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh.
Anyway,
there's so many different stupid laws out there.
I'm gonna go and give you the T3 tip of the day, and on a serious matter, we don't touch on this near enough. It's something we could probably say every day, but firearm safety is always, when you're out in the turkey woods, deer woods, squirrel hunt, whatever you're doing, firearm safety is got to be the number one concern. And the 4 basic rules of firearm safety is treat every firearm as if it were loaded. Always point the muzzle in a safe direction. Be certain of your target and what is beyond it, and keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to shoot. That's the 4 basic rules that if you follow there, you're going to have a good trip to the good outdoors. And that tip's brought to you by T3 Outdoors out on Perimeter Road right next to Zacadoo's. So go by and visit them for all your hunting needs. They'll hook you up. Got a great selection of bows, firearms, anything you need for the good outdoors. So go by and check them out.
Man, they got it going on out there. We're going to go ahead and do the absent weather report again, as Ronnie is up under the weather again today, so I'm going to take it over.
He needs some WD-40, don't he?
He does. Right now it's 41 degrees out there, and a high today of 77 degrees. Low tonight of 48. Winds today at about 2 miles an hour. A high tomorrow of 79 degrees with a wind of 6 miles an hour. So Saturday's going to be really beautiful. Saturday night, 53 degrees. Sunday, 80 degrees for a high. 59 degrees for a low Sunday night. 20% chance of rain is all Sunday. Nice day Sunday. Nice Easter Sunday coming up.
Oh, yep. We
do have some rain coming in next week, though, possibly, around Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, we're going to have a big Easter egg hunt at Mom's this weekend.
Yeah.
I know the kids are already talking about it, getting ready to dye up some eggs. There'll be a lot of eggs colored up this weekend, ain't there?
There will be. Lots of them.
Buffalo Wild Wings has officially issued a sorry apology after the waitress at this particular Buffalo Wild Wings refused to serve cops because they came in there with their guns on.
Well, you know, Buffalo Wild Wings has a sign up, don't want you to bring your concealed weapons in there.
Yep, that's why I don't go there.
I'm going to stop myself.
Yep, but anyway, I mean, I don't understand how she could mistake, unless they were undercover cops or something. That's not really clear, but it says county, police officer stopped in at the restaurant on March the 20th, presumably to dig into the popular chain specialty, but never got the chance. An unidentified server told them they would have to put their service guns out of sight before being served. Huh.
Where was this at,
It was in Manassas, William County. I don't know where that's at. It don't say other than Manassas. I'll try to find out. But
did
anyway,
they issued an apology for it, though?
Well, yeah, they said they're sorry, but why don't you just go by the Second Amendment, you bunch of ding dongs?
I know. I mean,
that's Manassas, Virginia, is where that happened at.
Why would you? This is something I don't understand. If you work in a bank, a restaurant, or somewhere anywhere that you might, a robber's going to pick anywhere that if they're going to come in and do an armed robbery, it's going to be somewhere that's got a lot of money floating around.
Yep.
Why would you not want law enforcement sitting in your establishment eating with their weapons on?
I don't know. It's crazy, man.
It's
crazy stuff. The guy, the general manager of the restaurant says, "I'll keep apologizing for it as much as I can." Just go. I don't know. Just go by the Second Amendment. You'll be guided in the right direction. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy. That's one of the crazy laws. We should be reading that.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy laws in Washington. It is illegal. Wait a minute, where did it go? It is illegal to carry a concealed weapon that is over 6 feet in length. Really?
All right, say that again.
It is illegal to carry a concealed weapon that is over 6 feet in length. So if you're a 7 foot tall person, you better not have no 6 foot gun on you.
I don't know. Some of y'all might not be old enough to remember the movie Johnny Dangerously, if you've ever seen that. But that guy pulls a pistol out of his pocket that has a barrel that obviously it runs down the whole length of his leg. When he pulls it out, the barrel's like 4 feet long. But that would be legal because it's under 6. That's we've done a lot of hunting, and I can't recall ever seeing a weapon with a barrel over 6 feet long.
I can't either. Not one you can carry around.
No, I mean, you can get to some military cannons on some gunships that might be 6 feet long, but I don't think your basic carry pistols or rifles are going to be 6 feet in length.
That's just crazy.
That's a long gun there. You can reach out and touch somebody with that.
It's also in Washington illegal to set fire to another person's property without their permission.
Oh, yeah, you got to get permission to burn something up somebody else owns. That's just,
little common sense there.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Hey, Daryl, I'm going to burn your house down. Is that cool?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
In Virginia, it's illegal to kick your wife out of bed.
Oh, you just got to ease her out. You got to kind of push her gently out. You can't kick her.
Oh, man. There's just some crazy stuff.
Got to grab her by the leg and just yank her off.
In Texas, the entire Encyclopedia Britannica, the entire set of Encyclopedia Britannica is banned in Texas because it contains a formula for making beer at home.
Holy moly. Yeah. I hadn't seen a set of Encyclopedia Britannica in a long time.
It's been a long time. You used to have salesmen come around all the time selling them.
Yep.
And they don't anymore.
You got your set?
Yep. Since '93.
People just don't come around selling them anymore.
Well, since Al Gore invented the internet, there's just no reason to have a hard copy of Encyclopedia Britannica.
I cannot believe you said Gore is responsible for that.
He claims it.
Yeah.
Let's take this call here on the Good Outdoors. Good morning, you on the Good Outdoors.
Coon Man here.
What's up, Coon Man?
What's happening, dogs? Y'all doing all right?
We hanging in there, man. What you up to?
Riding around looking like this.
I hear you. You ain't breaking no strange
I got a law
law.
for y'all right here in your back door.
All right, what is it?
In Lowndes County.
All right.
And you know it's against the law if a man threatens you and you draw first blood, you go into jail.
Really?
That's the truth. I'm a witness, and I am a participant.
If a man threatens you and you knock his lights out and draw blood, you're going to jail.
Bottom line, that's it.
Well, I can see myself ended up in the slammer in that situation.
Yep.
So
Well, I've been there and done that, so just keep that in your mind.
That is crazy.
If a man comes on your property and threatens you, comes at you, and you cold cock him, guess who's going to jail?
See, that right there is just wrong. I mean, it's wrong on so many levels, and I thought they had corrected that. If somebody let's say he comes on your property with a gun, and he is threatening you with that gun, I thought they had changed it to where it was legal that you could defend yourself and shoot him and be okay. But I guess that's not the case.
Wow. As of recently as 5.5 years ago, 6 years ago, I had a gentleman do that on my property. And he come at me. I stepped aside and cold cocked him.
Yeah.
And guess who went to jail?
That was on your own property.
On my own personal property. Down there feeding old coon dog.
Well, I can tell you this, Coon, if that happens ever again to you and you need to be bailed out, you call the Good Outdoors boys and we'll come get you out.
Yes, sir.
You know what the law, I asked the lawman a couple of days later that arrested me. I asked him, what should I have done? You know what he told me I should have done?
What?
Turn and run.
Turn and run on your own property.
Now, let me tell you, in the state of Georgia now, recently we passed a law that you actually can defend yourself. You can actually, if you think someone's going to cause you bodily harm, you can actually defend yourself now in the state of Georgia. I would have fought that one back then.
Yeah,
I don't
too.
I'd have had to.
I did. I fought it for about 4 hours there in that jailhouse.
I tell you, if that would have happened to me, that would have led to a lot more additional charges. Because I believe I would have been so upset. I'd have been fighting mad, and I probably would have messed up and assaulted all kind of people. I'd have been so mad about that.
Well, brother, when you get there in that jailhouse, you see all that going on. You don't want to act crazy at all.
You ready to get out, ain't you?
Yes, sir. Y'all boys have a good day.
All right, cool. Thank you, buddy.
Let's go.
Yeah, that jail's a deterrent. The last thing you'll do is end up in the big house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think they did change that rule though. I think here in the last couple of years, I believe what happened to Coon Man there has been rectified somewhat. But that's interesting.
I think that's just crazy. Hey, we got another call coming in. Good morning, caller. You on the Good Outdoors? What's going on?
Hey guys.
Hey man.
Dick Man.
What's going on?
Dick Man.
Hey, July the 1st of 11 or 12, that law became effective. If your life feels threatened or dangerous in any way, you have the right to protect yourself or your property.
And that should have been a law the whole entire time. We should not have had to pass that law,
Yeah. I want to say July the 1st, 2011. Remember years ago, like that gentleman was saying, if someone comes on your property and let's say you shoot them, the old story was you better drag them inside.
That's right. That's right.
Now, if they come in your property, you can shoot them in your yard if you feel threatened.
There you go. Well,
and you can leave them there.
The good news is it only took us about 200 years or so to get it right.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
That's ridiculous. Appreciate you calling, Steve. We got to run off the break.
See you. Bye.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy here. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.
So, Dawson, is Dad so ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
Hi, I'm Barry Broom with Allstate Insurance Company. I'm a big fan of the great outdoors. There are many recreational activities that allow us to enjoy God's creation. There's boating, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing. Think about all the gear, equipment, and vehicles that we have that make those times outdoors so memorable. When it comes to protecting and insuring your firearm, your boat, RV, camper, four-wheeler, even your golf cart, think of me, Barry Broom, your Allstate agent. Call me at 229-244-9856 or visit me online at barrybroom.com. Go make a memory. Enjoy your great outdoors.
Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the good outdoors. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. This is our wrap-up segment brought to you by Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail here in beautiful Valdosta, Georgia. Going out towards Quitman off Highway 84, man, he's actually got a Quitman address. I shouldn't say that, I guess, but man, he does a great service around here, great charity events, great sporting clays, quail hunting, rifle range, pistol range, birthday parties for kids, man. You just can't say enough about it. And I appreciate John for all the support he gives us, man, and it's just a fun place to go to get outdoors, get your kids outside, and just have a good time. Got a lot of people chiming in this morning on Facebook. Dimmer, we appreciate you chiming in this morning. It says day off, so he must be up getting ready to go fishing or something.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Peterson, he's chimed in this morning, and Chad Everett, he put something funny up there. The reigning hide-and-seek world champion is Bigfoot.
No doubt about it.
He is good at it.
Speaking of Bigfoot, did you know it is illegal to harass a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch or any other undiscovered subspecies, and it's a felony punishable by a fine or imprisonment.
Funny.
That's a federal law.
How are they going to prove it?
That's a federal law. You can't harass, you can't kill, you can't do this against the law. Falls under Protected Species Act. Undiscovered Protected Species Act.
Oh, good grief, really?
That's a federal law, yeah. Whereas, and see, this is what I keep telling y'all. This is federal law, okay? This is a United States government passed law. It reads in part, whereas there is evidence to indicate the possible existence of an undiscovered species, a primate mammal variously described as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, which is an ape-like creature or a subspecies of Homo sapiens, whereas reported recent and past sightings by anthropologists, primatologists, biologists, cryptozoologists, and independent organizations, private individuals, and research groups, whereas the absence of specific laws covering the slaying, taking, trapping, or harassing of said species is illegal, punishable by a felony criminal law, punishable by fine or imprisonment. So laugh if you want to, but our federal government at least recognizes the possible existence of the undiscovered species.
Crazy.
Been trying to tell y'all.
Crazy. Hey, there's a couple of things here I want to cover. I posted on the Good Outdoors this morning. One of them was Bo Johnson from Tenacity Guide Service. Him and Deidre won the Madfin Shark Tournament this year, and he's posted a link to the little video teaser that they've got where he's out there standing knee-deep in water with a shark on the line. Now, this guy, he's something else. Bo is something else. And Deidre has she's gracing the cover of Woods and Water this month.
Yep, I saw that.
Great thing. Hey, we got a call coming in. Let's take it. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
We all friends, but you can go ahead and tell everybody your wife beats you.
That's illegal.
What's up, Salt Shaker?
Hey, that's illegal. We can beat them, but they can't beat us. It's law.
Somebody said my boy called in this morning.
Yeah, old Salt Shaker, what's going on? You going turkey hunting this morning?
Nope, I sure ain't, buddy. I got the pooch screwed to me last night. I had to go to Atlanta, and I am just now coming back into Macon, so
good.
I ain't going to make it.
Dang, that stinks. Yeah,
Are you going this morning?
I'm going to go after them. I don't know if I'm going to do any good because of where I'm going. I'm going to a different place that's not that covered, but I guarantee you tomorrow morning I'm going to a place that's got some turkeys on it.
Yeah, my buddy Mike Vaughn called and told me, said, I heard your son, and I said, man, I missed the whole freaking first hour of it.
Yeah.
But up there on the Atlanta yard. But anyway, I'm probably going fishing Saturday.
Good deal.
Change of pace.
We got some friends going down to the Gulf. They're headed to Keaton this morning, and I think they're going to try to catch them some fish. And good luck to them. Where are you going to go? Local?
You'll probably go to Keaton. I'll probably go to Keaton.
Okay, good deal, man. Good luck.
Did Drew tell you all about the story about us taking him turkey hunting the first time?
Yeah.
He said you were pretty quick on the draw there.
He said, Daddy, I like this kind of hunting. I said, son, it don't work like this all the time.
But wait a minute, what a way to treat your son, though. I kind of figured you'd let him shoot, Chuck. What's up with that?
Well, I tried to, but he didn't know. He said, what did I do, Daddy?
Wait a minute, according to him, it was he seen the turkey and boom.
Yeah, he said you gave him like 1.5 seconds.
That was it, buddy. But that was awesome, man. Within 15 minutes, we was back in the truck.
That's a fun one.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Ain't no doubt. All right, well, y'all have a good day, man. Be careful.
All right, see you, brother.
See you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell you, that reminds me of a story of Dad and a good friend of ours, Gary Robertson, deer hunting one time.
I remember this one.
He put Gary in a tree kind of down from him and told him, hey, deer been coming out here every day. And Gary hadn't killed one before or hadn't killed one in a long time. And he said, just, he'll come out right here and you shoot him. And he goes, I'm going to be right down here watching. And I'm telling you, at a certain time he'll come out. So they're sitting there, and the deer come out just like Dad said, right there under Gary. And Dad shot the deer. And Gary was all mad, and he said, "Well, you wasn't going to shoot." And then I remember Gary saying, "Well, he wasn't out there, but about a half a second before you shot." So that happens sometimes. You get that buck fever and you get going, and you want to shoot. That old Greg Turner, good friend of ours, he had his son hunt with him, and according to Greg, his son couldn't see the deer, but the deer scored about 150, 160 inches, and Greg shot him. And we always wondered, did he snatch the gun from him or what? But that's between Greg, the Lord, and the boy right here. So we'll never know the true story there.
Oh man, that's just like last year. You over there with Caden, we got the whole story on that one finally.
Oh yeah. Yep. You deer like that, you can't take no chances. You got to get them when you can.
You can't. You got to. I remember several times, being out in the outdoors and and trying to shoot an animal or something, or letting somebody else try to shoot them and they can't see them. So it's always, there's always a story behind everything.
There's always a story. There's a backstory. You got to get all the information. I wish we could get the information on some of these crazy laws we've been talking about this morning.
There's some of them it's just really ridiculous laws.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to keep your chicken from crossing the highway in Quitman, Georgia, unless you got them in a chicken coop, I guess. I don't know what the fine is, but it's crazy.
You better leave your chickens at the house. Don't go to Quitman if you got them with you.
No, I ain't gonna take them to Quitman.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with them things. I think this weekend I'm thinking about relocating them out to Mom's.
How big are they getting?
They're big. They're good enough to eat now.
Are they?
Yeah.
We might be eating chicken Sunday.
What you need to do with them.
We're gonna have to do something.
We can eat chicken.
I know they are eating me out of house and home now. I can't stand it no more. I got to turn them into free range chickens. Let them graze on their own or something, man.
We'll throw them out there across the water. In the Hodges Pond, and see if the alligators need to.
Yeah, I figured it won't be long. It won't be long before the alligators start showing up, but it's got to get a good bit warmer. The otters have been swimming around back there, probably eating all my fish up. But.
Oh yeah, guaranteed they're gonna eat the fish up. The alligators, they'll eat this time of year, but then we get these cold snaps.
Yep,
they have to get it back because they can't hold it down.
Yep, that's what was happening on Swamp People last night. They had a cold front come through, and them things they wouldn't eat. They were having a hard time, so had to go to Plan B. But being the professionals they are, they sure worked it out.
I was over at Okefenokee a couple years ago, and there's a giant alligator over there. It was on the Waycross side, several years ago, and there was a beaver, a dead beaver, laying out there in the water, and the game warden there was explaining that they just had a recent warm snap. It'd gone up to about 75 degrees, and the alligator had eaten the beaver. So he'd got him a beaver, but what happened was it turned off cold, got down in the 30s again, and he had to let him go. He couldn't digest him, so he had to get him back up. He said, but don't worry, when it warms up again, he said he'll go away. He'll come back for him again. It's funny how reptiles do that. They can't eat when it's cold.
Well, Thomas Gray just sent me a picture of his new pet and wanted me to show it to you.
Oh, God. Let him stop doing that.
Yes, that is a big old spider. The caption says, please excuse me while I go get a match to burn the house down. It looks like about a spider that's probably, man, he's got to be a foot wide from tip to tip.
I'm telling you, that one the other night, going out the house, was huge.
Well, Sam was telling me the other day, Sam Clement, said he received a package from China. Some of his some hunting is good stuff or whatever came open. He opened the box up and there was a spider in it, and he said it's the biggest spider he's ever laid his eyes on. And
that's
he
not
probably
nice.
he probably should have called somebody about that, but he killed it. And it's not going to harm us people, so don't think there's a epidemic coming. But the Chinese spider has been eliminated.
I can't. Man, spiders. I just can't deal with them.
So, what about that movie Arachnophobia?
I can watch the movie.
Well,
because
the thing
they're
is,
killing them.
well, the thing is, there ought to be some laws on the books about spiders, in my opinion.
I think that, I think they ought to be.
Well, there's that music coming.
I hear it.
Time to take a back road and get out here in the good outdoors. Appreciate you listening. We're broadcasting live every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 a.m. Tell all your friends, like us on Facebook. Check out our website, thegoodoutdoorswithaz.com. Like to have you aboard. Living the good life.
We'll be back Monday. Talk to you later.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Toodles.
You've been listening to The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. Join us every weekday at 4:30 when we'll do it again.